Hey kids, happy Wednesday. Let's check this 10.1 and 10.2 stuff to make sure you have the right answers. I'm joined by Professor McPoochface. Say hello. He lost his voice. He can't talk, but he's here. He's ready to help if need be. Hey, number one, who stressed America's need for better roads and canals? That was Henry Clay. Interesting fellow. He ran for president 4 times, never won, but he's a pretty good senator. And he's from the West, so they need better roads and canals out there so they can transport those farm goods and make money. Number two was E, capitalism. That's the economic system we have here in the United States, where businesses compete against each other in a free market. It drives the prices down for us consumers when those businesses are competing against each other. Number three, James Monroe, the man of the hour. He was our 5th president. Very popular. His presidency was known as the era of good feelings because business is good, people are happy. So much so that he ran unopposed in 1820, his second term in office. No one even bothered to run against him because he was so popular. Finally, number four, G, the second bank in the United States was created after the first Bank of the United States charter ran out. It just helped stabilize our economy and regulate the money supply. So the true and false section, number five, was true that after the War of 1812, we kind of changed our stance from Thomas Jefferson's laissez-faire attitude where the government shouldn't mess with the economy to why not? If the government can help the economy, let's do it. And so James Monroe took the more active approach in helping the economy. Don't you think that was a good idea, Professor McPoochface? I agree. Now, number six, some of us got wrong. The British dumping of prices hurt American businesses. My friends, when other countries sell goods a lot cheaper than we do in the United States, it encourages people to buy those cheaper goods. Think of how much stuff we buy here in America from China. They make it cheaper. Those Chinese businesses are trying to put the American businesses out of business. When companies lower their prices to beat American prices, that's called dumping, and it hurts American business. So that kind of leads us into the first essay question or short answer question about the tariffs, which were designed to battle that dumping. Tariffs, again, taxes on imported goods. Who liked them? Who didn't like them? Well, they liked them in the North. That's where the factories were. That's where they were making those goods. People were making money because, hey, if you have tariffs, you're going to not buy those and you're going to buy American goods. It encouraged people to buy American goods from American factories. Southerners, they don't like tariffs. They see it as punishment. They can buy these goods cheaper from Europe. These taxes are just raising the prices. So again, the North likes the tariffs, the South, not so much. We've seen that before. The other question about the Supreme Court cases, you don't need to remember what the name of the case or the year. Just really, they help strengthen the power of the federal government. One of the cases said a federal law has precedence over a state law, so if they come into conflict, the national law is going to win out. Another case said that only the federal government can regulate trade between two states. Individual states can't make those decisions. So just know that these cases strengthen the power of the federal government. All right, let's talk about Florida. So Florida's kind of wild at this time. Remember, Spain has control of it, but not really. They're on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. And really, Spain is being run by Native Americans, the Seminole tribe specifically, and escaped slaves from the 13 colonies. So to put an end to these runaway slaves and Native Americans causing trouble, we send Andrew Jackson there to take care of it. And he takes care of it very easily. It's not much of a fight or a problem. So easily that Spain is like, oh, geez, we really have no control over Florida whatsoever. America could just take it anytime they want. So they just decide to give us Florida. They cede it to us. They don't sell it. We don't buy it. They just give us Florida. So number 12 was false. Wasn't that nice of Spain to give us Florida? Yes, Professor McPooch. Geez, I should learn his name if he's going to join us. It's Professor McPoochface. Anyway, Spain just gives us Florida. Now, the rest of 10.2 kind of saw North America, Central American, South American countries. Mexico, bunch of Central American and South American countries. They throw off the mother country, Spain, and they declare their independence following the United States lead. And they become their own countries. Again, they get rid of the mother country. They have to do a little bit of fighting. They declare their independence, and they get it. Now, several European countries, mainly Spain, even Russia, are like, okay, they gained their independence, but in a few years, let's just go back and try to recolonize. Let's try to plant our flag again and make the mother country back home more prosperous. The United States knew this. So James Monroe issued what he'd called the Monroe Doctrine. It's the most important thing from these two sections. The Monroe Doctrine forever changed the United States foreign policy. They basically told the rest of the world, do not come to the Western Hemisphere. This side of the world is run by the United States now. So there's no more colonizing. Stay out. Don't think about planting your flag over here. We run the Western Hemisphere. It's for the first time the United States is standing up for itself and flexing a little bit of muscle. And think about it. In 200 years, no one has ever really come back. It was a boss move by James Monroe that has stood the test of time. So again, the Monroe Doctrine, don't come to this side of the world, Europe. You guys are done colonizing here. And that put a stamp on a pretty incredible presidency for James Monroe. And that was the 10.1 and 10.2 stuff. Thanks for listening.